Hello and welcome everybody, it's MoS. I'm gonna show you some fun stuff with Kerbal Space Program. Yay! So we will begin. I do want to check, well we'll check that I guess now, yeah. I want to make sure the settings are good. When it comes to audio, good, it should be fine. So let's begin the game. Okay. I've played a hell of a lot of this game before, so I know a lot about it, and I could sort of show you um, basically my best rocket so far, which is this one. Yeah, this. Um, this is the lander here. It's decently strong, but the thing is, the way it's wired and stuff is amazing. No, this is not the one that I was thinking about. This is too small. Um, that was the Minmus lander. This is the one I wanted. This one works just fine. This is the bigger one, the much bigger one. This one gets this thing into orbit and anywhere else, and it does not need any supports. Thankfully, it works. And the way it's supposed to work is that these tanks burn into this, and then these fall off, and these tanks burn to this, which then they fall off. But that didn't work, so this engine burns out before these do. But it still works. It's fine. If I added landing legs, I could probably, because I was thinking about this. If I added good landing legs over the side here, I could probably land this whole thing or most of this thing on the moon or Minmus. This giant thing in the middle without these can get there and land on the moon because I've done it. Except it falls over. But yeah, with a little bit of effort, I could definitely get that. So, as for planes, there are a couple that I want to show off real quick. And then I think I'll start doing some testing because I want to build a really, really good rocket that's why I like that one rocket I was showing before, because the amazing thing about it is that it doesn't lag, and it's really powerful. It doesn't lag, so that's why I really like it. All right, this is my best plane I think so far. It's a it's a plane that can make it about 2/3 the way around Kerbin, and so yeah, I'll sort of show it taking off so you can sort of see what I mean. But it's really stable. It doesn't lag like much, considering the size of it. Once things load, it should be okay. Yeah, it's still loading. Yeah, there we go. Okay, see, it really doesn't lag much for the size of this craft. I have the sounds really turned off because they can get ridiculously loud. Ridiculously loud. And there's Lucy coming back. I turn off my AIM. But if you look, we're already off the ground. And how far was that, you know? So, oops. So yeah, and the fun thing about this craft is that you can do drop tanks. And when you do the drop, those are the engines, but you could also do drop tanks, which work very much like bombs. So if you watch, those things are going to splash to sort of mist, but you could use those as big exploding bombs, which is nice too. And this version of the plane can still make it ridiculously far. Like I used this plane to go to the second Kerbal Space Center. So. Yeah, so anyway, there's a couple other spacecraft that I want to show off real quick. It's more laggy when I'm recording than it is when I'm not recording, so keep that in mind. This is the funniest plane I think I've made to date. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Yep, it's a plane on a plane. Why? Because I could. Basically, I took the plane from before, and I added another one of it on top. And so you fly this thing up to like 14 or 15,000 feet, and then you launch this, and you can nose your way into space, which is what I had, which is how I got to space with the plane. Um, this is my into space plane thing. Other fun ones: the Brick, the most ridiculously heavy plane I've ever made, but it actually flies badly, but it flies. I think I'll show that off because it'll be funny. I don't know if I left my cursor on or not. It should be on. If it's not, then oh well. I'll fix that for next time. But anyway, yeah, it's got a rocket on the back too, and it's got some speed. Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't say it was very controllable. I just said that it could fly. Oop. I don't want it there. I want like SAS there. Whoa! I'm flipping. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Splash. But really, that is that. I also want to show a few. I'm going to sort of, I guess this will be like a show off stuff episode. Then I'll really get to some more meaty stuff, I guess, for the next one. But I've had this game for a while, and I've messed around with it for a while, and yeah, basically this whole like Wasp series is funny because if I select this, you basically see that I put a bunch of little bombs on it, so I can go boom, 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 boom. Although at the moment they all fall off at the same time, but that's easily remedied by doing it like this. And then that'll be the last one. So if I save this and then fly it, you'll see exactly what I mean. Because this plane works really, really well. Generally, when things lag, it's because you have way too many struts and stuff like that. Way more than you need. So this thing takes off really easy too. Oh, sometimes it gets stuck. That's because I don't have enough wheels on it for the size, so it's too heavy. And the amazing thing about this plane is you can pretty much take off in like no time at all. There we go. And I'm using keyboard controls because I do not have a joystick. So anyway, that's one set, two set, three set. So you can sort of watch them hit the ground. Carpet bombing for the win. So yeah, that's what this plane was designed for, and it got more and more ridiculous. And I originally wanted to drop a plane off of the bottom wing of this plane, which is how I got to the eventuality of having a plane on top of a plane. And it sort of just got ridiculous from there. But yeah. So where was I thinking? Oh, right. I'll go to show you some things that I have done. So I have landed one on MoS and a couple things on the moon. So let's start with this one, so I could show you. Some of them are going to be ridiculous. This one is my successful landing on the moon with the large lander with all three dudes. It works, and this has more than enough fuel to return home. Space Center. I'll show you a few more here. This one is my first attempt at landing on the moon, but I was being silly, and well, you'll see what happened. Yep, this. Yeah, I tried to land pretty much the whole thing on the moon. Did not work out right because a few engines fell off and some struts broke and it fell over. And so this thing's upside down. The capsule survived. This piece fell off. That piece fell off, and these guys are never returning home. So unless I have some whatever. Oh, this I wanted to show. You see, here's the Space Center. Here's the Magellan 2. Um, I went all the way around the world to here. This is as far as I got for my circumnavigation flight. I almost made it. It was ridiculous. It takes forever. What's this? Where? Oh, at Kerbal Space Center. Oh, ha! Orbiting the sun. Win. I forgot I left you out here. Yeah. Anyway, the Minmus lander on Minmus. We will go check that out. This is my first landing on Minmus with the one person craft. It has weird legs because I sort of stuck them on the side there, but it landed. It worked fine. And that one's actually pretty easy to fly, thankfully. So Minmus has been done. This is my original moon landing. Yeah. My original moon landing, just the same. This is where I did it first. Minmus is a bit harder because of lower gravity. These engines are really strong, which is good and bad at the same time. The other one, the other craft, they're a little weak, which might lend better to landing on Minmus than this one is. But I know it can be done because I've done it. Let's see what else. Let's see, Untitled Spacecrafts. Orbiting the Sun, that's this one. Let's fly it anyway and see what it is. Right, it's just a little dude. Floating in space. Let's just fly something really quick, and then I think I'll end it off. I think I'm going to show off the launching of this large craft. I'm actually going to test something really quick too about on this, which is, can I? Are they here? No. Utility and scientific is, will this work? No, I don't want you to flip the angles. I want to get it as low as possible. And I'm going to see if these extend or not. If they do extend, I'll keep them. If they don't extend, I'll throw them away. Yeah, this is the thing. You can sort of go away for a minute. I want to just check. I want to check the length of these gears. No, they're not long enough. My central engine's not very happy though. There we go. Alright, so this is this thing. It's lagging more than usual, if only because I'm recording. Normally this would be just fine, and it's got a hell of a lot of power, as I think you can already see. And it's got a lot of fuel. A lot of fuel. These ones all burn first. So we're at 55. It shouldn't be long. Like, this thing goes into space quick, so that over there. Oh, my wasp won. Nice. When I was fucking around at some point, I imagine. Alright, we're at 31 fuel tanks left. There are 16 of these around. So I guess that means one more set. Was it 16? No, it's 12, so one more set. Yeah, this should be the last one, and then they'll drop off. And so this stage gets you pretty far. Boom. Did I break something? Probably. But yeah, now this stage can go anywhere, pretty much. It's really nice. I'm going to start heading you a little bit this way. I want to get you about there. In case you're wondering, I'm using the ball controls because that's way easier. I don't have like mech jeb or any of that stuff. I have only this. My hands and my knowledge of how to get into space. And I've certainly done it enough times to know, so. Yeah, this seems to be about the right angle for now. I'm looking up here. When I get to about this range in here somewhere, I'm going to tilt over a bunch more. That'll be around the right time. I'm almost at 400 meters a second. Soon it'll click into orbit. 400 already, that's good. Yeah, it's time to start tilting over while I can. Go. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Now we should hit the orbit thing soon. We'll check out our little guy here. We're doing well. Thankfully, you don't have to hear like all the really, really, really loud stuff because this can be really loud, which is why I have it turned way down and it doesn't really affect the sound, so I have it turned off. Okay, we're in orbit. We have the orbital velocity. That's good. Around this time, I think I will start tilting you over a bit more. So now, yeah, there's a lot of debris in orbit here. It kind of sucks, but what can I do? What can I do? So yeah, I can fly it from here, which is also pretty nice. My apoapsis is 80. I'll wait for that to get up to about 100,000 before I tilt it over anymore. Okay, it's at 100,000, and I'm going to tilt it pretty much parallel there. So that's how I take off. The thing with this is it's better if you make an elliptical orbit and do the transfer orbit immediately as opposed to later. You just sort of fly from here and out all the way to the moon. Because if you don't, it could be a huge pain because this thing is ridiculously powerful, and so it'll do with what it's doing now. Like here's the periapsis being all tiny. So I'm going to float it out to the moon, and then I'm going to shut the engines off and show you just how much fuel I have left to attempt a landing and all that. So almost there, and we're there. All right. So if you look closely here, the periapsis is really short, which means when I get out here, all I have to do is burn slightly. It'll pop it out, and then it's fine. I just go around and around until I catch the moon. But if you notice, I have half a fuel tank on each of these. So these are all, no, yeah, it's these. So these are all about half full. The one in the middle has none left. I can't actually select it, but the ones in the middle are gone. And then turn SAS off. It doesn't matter at this point. And then this tank is full with its 1600. This one has 1400. So actually, this one is fairly full. Oh wait, this is half a tank, and that's a full tank. So yeah, it's a little less than half. But anyway, they're all in their capsule, and then this will go directly to the moon, and then I could do the orbit thing and land it and all that other stuff. As I said, this rocket is ridiculously powerful, but it gets the job done. It gets a 3-man capsule to the moon and back, and probably if I could figure out a way to land it with this, it could probably go to the moon, land, take off, go to Minmus, land, take off, and then return to Kerbin. But I need to figure out how to make the landing legs work and land this giant thing on the moon. But anyway, that's for another time. So this has been MoS. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time, I think I'll do some testing because I want to build an even better, less laggy rocket than this one. So see you guys then.